What's up, family? I'm Juan Castillo, and when I'm on social media, my favorite show to watch is the Don't Shoot the Messenger weekly podcast. Chris G, Professional Sutton, Rucker Report delivers sports the way it's supposed to be, real and authentic. So get ready to be entertained. My boys are ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And it's your boy, the Rucker Report, a.k.a. Jerry.
Ready? This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished.
This is Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.
X about me, X about me.
With Professional Sutton.
You already know.
Chris G.
My homie.
And the Rucker Report.
My family, what up?
They for real.
All straight with no chaser.
Let the games begin.
Let's go. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.
What is going on, good people? This is your boy, Professional Sutton. I don't have the crew with me today, but as you can see, I am getting things going. I hope that this internet don't act up. You got the NFL draft tonight, so I said, let me come on here and just give a play-by-play of what's going on. You know, seeing what teams are going to take, who they will take, I should say. It's going to be a really interesting night. If you guys don't know, Aaron Rodgers said he's out of Green Bay. So that is going to pose a lot of issues for a lot of people in Green Bay. So I'm excited to see what happens now. Many people are saying he want to go to my Niners. He also have the Oakland Raiders. I think it was one more team. But we sitting at third, my 49ers we are, unless we pick Mac Jones, and that's another issue. But anyway, so what do? Do we take Aaron Rodgers? Do we get with that third pick? Or do we say, you know what, we're going to go for a young quarterback to help our future? That is the question. And as you know, Jacksonville, they are taking Trevor Lawrence. There is no doubt about that. Number 2 pick, it's probably the Jets are probably going to take Zach Wilson. I don't see why not. They shouldn't. I mean, it's a lot of good quarterbacks out there, but the Jets are going to be the Jets. We know how they operate. So again, please chime in, join in, tell me what you want to talk about. Talk about your team. I know it's a lot going on here tonight. As you can see, I'm in a war room right now. I just hope that my 49ers do the right thing tonight. Please do not make me upset. Please do the right thing and draft a mobile quarterback. We don't need Mac Jones. And I'm telling you, if my 49ers draft Mac Jones, just know I'm probably going to shut all this down because I'm probably going to throw all this out the window and be pissed. My 49ers jersey's coming off if we get Mac Jones. If we get Trey or Justin, I'm fine with that. Even if we give up that pick and get Aaron Rodgers, I'll be okay. But I would not take Mac Jones out of Alabama. Hell no, won't do it. We can't do it. The phone lines are open. Call in. Also, it'll be better if you leave a comment. That way people can see your comments. I'm going to be here for the whole first round. I'm going to take breaks throughout this whole thing because, I can't sit around here all night. But I know if my 49ers draft someone that is not fitting our scheme, I will be pissed. And I can tell you that right now. So phone lines are open. Let me fix my green screen here. Let me fix my sheet. Mess with that. So tell me, who you think your team should get. What are you guys looking forward to? Is there something that you want your team to go after? Is there a play that you hope your team don't get? Please let me know. Leave that in the chat box. And like I said, I will be here for the whole first round. Hopefully my boys could jump on. The report can jump on, and they can, talk about what's going on, especially Ruck. I know Ruck is pissed because the whole Aaron Rodgers situation, that really is going to throw a whole nother aspect into this draft tonight. Because will teams go after Aaron Rodgers or would they wait till tomorrow? It's really getting interesting. From 2 to 6 is going to be very, very interesting because there are no definites. Number 1, that's already locked up. Again, like I said, Trevor Lawrence, he's going. There is no question about that. Number 2, it's probably 90% solidified that the Jets are going to take Zach Wilson. But the third pick has been the hot topic of what my 49ers will do. What will we do? And that is the question. I hope that we do the right thing. That's all I got to say. And that's all I got to say. But again, phone lines are open. I will be bringing you the play-by-play on what's going on. I know many of you are probably already watching anyway, but just to have someone give their opinion and talk about what's going on is another way of getting everybody involved. So before we, continue, I want to thank our sponsor that we have here. Let me see. Inspire Rental. I always do that. Inspire Rental. If you live in a New Haven County area of Connecticut, Inspire Rental is what you want for your parties, for your outdoor activities. Call MJ at 475-221-1598 and get you and your family that porta potty at a good rate. So you don't want to miss that. Also, definitely want to thank our other sponsor who has been a long-time sponsor, a long-time listener, 94.3 WYBC, the Rhythm of the City. You can also check them out on air, and that's the web, www.943wybc.com. Get yourself some nice old school R&B, good stuff. And we got some new stuff too, not just old school. We got that new stuff as well. So definitely hit up 94.3 WYBC. So like I said, throughout the course of the show, I will be taking breaks. I will be coming back because, again, like I said, I can't, be here all day without using the bathroom and taking a bathroom break like, the ESPN people do as well. So you will be seeing me on air, off air, moving and shaking. But I do got to fix this green screen because this is going to bother me. So I will be fixing that in a little bit. So sit tight. I'm going to take my first break, and I will see you guys in a bit. Okay. All right, I am back. I'm going to try to, turn the TV down because I don't want it to catch the feedback and then we get shut down on YouTube or something like that. So I have to keep it. I had to keep it, down. So I'll be turning it up and down throughout the course of the broadcast. So yeah, I am in the 49ers boardroom right now, seeing what's going to come of these picks. Shouts out to my boy OB. I see him jumping in to check in. CT Bourbon all day. Check them out on Instagram, Facebook, CT Bourbon. So, that's my dude, OB Burr. All right. Let me see. So we got Roger Goodell, who is up at the podium, locking everyone into what's about to go on in the first pick, which you already know who's going to be a first pick, but it is exciting just to see the first pick that we have here right now. Cleveland is a very tough city, though. I tell you what. So get my man Landry out there introducing the first pick. Yes, Goodell. Whatever, Goodell. Chris Del Greco, he said, I don't think Rodgers is going anywhere, but I think the marriage is beyond repair. Aren't you a Green Bay fan, Chris? Aren't you a Green Bay fan? So, of course, a Green Bay fan will say that. But, I don't see why he wouldn't go anywhere. I mean, if he don't feel like if he don't feel like they're the team for him and they have his best interest, why stay? I think that what Tom Brady did last year was he put a spotlight on a lot of older quarterbacks. But not only that, but Aaron Rodgers was an MVP last season. So it's not like this guy was just, someone who was, who just playing average. Like this guy was actually winning. So let me see here. Chris said, yes, but they have done him dirty year after year. Exactly. Aaron Rodgers has been done dirty year after year. Green Bay doesn't understand his wealth, and they don't understand his worth as a great quarterback, so they don't get him the piece around him because they figure, well, he can do whatever he needs to do to win. But that's not the case. Aaron Rodgers needs help. That's it. So also check out the other podcasts that are going on right now. I'm going to check see on Facebook. I'm up here to have some fun, man. I'm up here to have some fun. Let's see here. Hit that share button. Please hit that share button. Shouts out to some groups I'm in, NFL Smack Talk. Let me see who else we got. Shouts out to Sports Anonymous OT. Shouts out to my other group. So got a lot of groups to shout out. It's gonna be a good one. Okay, let's go. Now officially on the clock are the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are on the clock. Let me know if y'all can hear the TV. I'm gonna try to talk over the TV because I don't want to get shut down at any point of the broadcast because I'm already 13 minutes in. I don't want to get shut down. But again, this pick is just going to be, just standard customary because usually who the first player is going to be in the draft. So I'm sure Jacksonville is going to be very excited, to get a new quarterback, to get a new coach. But man, the way they wrecked that franchise, boy, they were actually in the AFC Championship a few years ago. Now look at them. They're fighting at the bottom of the barrel, which is crazy. So, that's how a lot of organizations, but it is what it is. So again, tell me, who do you want, your team to get? Also, shout out my boy Wayne Breezy. He also has Nitty Gritty Niners podcast. He's over there rocking and rolling as well. So it's like I said, it's a lot of podcasting going on, and I love it. I love to see everybody having fun and getting it in. So shouts out to my boy Wayne on the check-in as well. So everybody that checked in, man, it's like I said, number 3. If you want to see fireworks, you're going to see fireworks because either I'm going to be very happy that my Niners picked someone that I want, or I'm going to be very pissed that they picked someone I didn't want. So it's going to be a good one. Definitely going to be a good one. So let me see here. Just Herman picked the pick, but they gotta draw it out. They gotta. Let me call my boy Ruck. See Ruck gonna join me. All right, I am back. I got my boy Rucker. The Rucker Report. He is on. He said he was cooking, so he will be on. Again, this is just customary. Wondering what number 3 on will be. Also, 2 is going to be a very interesting pick. Being that my boy Ruck is a Green Bay Packers fan, he's going to be pissed. So you guys will be laughing. You guys will enjoy that. So that's going to be funny right there to see what his reaction is. We talked a bit about the whole Aaron Rodgers thing. Rendell, if you on, I need you to come on, please. I need a little banter back and forth from one Jordan Love fan to the other Aaron Rodgers fan. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun because I need to know what the Green Bay Packers fans are going through right now. Darrell, if you on too, please jump on. Please jump on. I need to know what this is going to be like when this Green Bay Packers fan get in the same room. But other than that, I'm just going to be rocking and rolling with y'all from all of the first round. Like I said, I'm going to be taking some commercial breaks here and there. Please, if you want to check in, come say what's up. Let me know what you feel about your team. We got the Ruck Report on the line with us. Oh, this is going to be a good one. I cannot wait. Ruck, what's up, man?
Listen, I just want somebody out of the crew just have some bail money because I'm about to make a trip to Wisconsin, yo.
Why should you make a trip to Wisconsin? Oh, this is so funny. This is so funny.
Just have some bail money out. That's all I'm saying. If you really down with me, have some bail money.
Yo, I love it. I love it. I love that you guys are having these quarrels. I love that it's a situation going on in Green Bay. But even with that being said, Ruck, I mean, is Aaron Rodgers gone or is it too premature? What's going on over there in Green Bay, man?
Everything is going wrong. That's what's going on.
Okay.
But this is, you know what? If we got to call a spade, and if I can be at all objective, right?
Sure.
This is our doing. This is what Green Bay has done to themselves, and this is not just this year. This has been for years. We have always performed poorly in free agency. We've always relied heavily on the draft. Excuse me. If you ask me, we've always underperformed in the draft. I think we've gotten lucky with a lot of different picks, but I think there's always been this thing about because we've had excellent quarterback play forever. And I'm talking about going back to Bart Starr, right? Because we've had excellent quarterback play, we've always overlooked the need to improve talent in other areas. So I think everything that you're seeing right now is, again, just a microcosm of everything that's been going on for years. In particular with Aaron, I think over the last 3 years, they've proven that looking to the future has nothing to do with the talent that they currently have at the quarterback position. And I think this is, Ted Thompson is one that's left over from the old regime. And I think we're not going to get the Brett Favre treatment again. So I think this is them feeling like they were spurned by Brett and feeling like they're not going to go that way with Aaron. So we see what we see, man, but it's horrible. It's horrible to watch this as a fan.
Now, being a fan, and as you're watching this and, it, again, like you said, you guys always had good quarterback back play, dating back to, Bart Starr, but there also it has been a time where, I think because, the lack of, I should say because of the production that you guys have, forget that from the 70s to 80s, even the early parts of the 90s, Green Bay struggled. But when you're talking about a 25-year span, Green Bay has been on. If Jordan Love comes and he shines. Let's say he does that. Do you think that Green Bay say, "Whoa, let's get him some help," or do you think that they say, "Well, listen, we've been doing this for so long, we don't even need to listen to, what is being said by our pundits because we know what we're doing." What should be the next step here?
Well, my thing is the next step with any football team, as you see in the draft, is teams go into the draft, teams go into free agency to build a complete football team, whether it's to add for what they have for the present or whether it's building towards the future. Mm-hmm. And either way, whether they're helping Aaron or trying to create a building block or a platform for Jordan, they should have been building since last year after they drafted him. And that's the next step. Like, regardless of what it is, the Green Bay Packers minus Aaron Rodgers still need another wide receiver. We still need another running back. We still need offensive line help. So regardless if it's Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers, they need to be smart. And the thing about building teams, they haven't done well at these levels. Again, like I said, we get lucky with a Blake Martinez that leads the league in tackling like 3 years. We get lucky with a Colin Fackrell. We get lucky when we get somebody like, say, a Devontae Adams. We get lucky when we draft a Randall Cobb. And the reason I say we get lucky from my perspective is because there were other top tier players at those positions that we passed on. Like, again, I keep harping on this point, but 3 years ago we passed on Dalvin Cook twice, only to let him go in the division. Right? And then in that draft, we draft 2 running backs with Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams that this offseason we were in danger of losing both, and we still lost one. Yep. So again, it's hard. I think every team, and not even just Green Bay, but like even we talk about it off here all the time, but even looking at the 49ers.
Yeah, hold on real quick. I just want everyone to know, if you haven't noticed, Ruck, Jacksonville Jaguars, they selected Trevor Lawrence as official. We already knew that, but I just want to let everyone know that's listening that can't see that the Jacksonville Jaguars.
But also, just to get off that and stay on that point that you were on, even the Jaguars are kind of making some different type of noise too, because they draft who we thought in Trevor Lawrence, but then they're working out Tim Tebow as tight end.
Come on now. Well, you know what? That's the Urban Meyers.
But here's the thing, and the reason that I brought that up is that yes, you can easily link to Urban Meyer, but Urban Meyer knows Tim Tebow as a quarterback. Yep. Urban Meyer has won with Tim Tebow as a quarterback. So if somebody thinks that they can make Tim Tebow a quarterback, right. That's the thing about the draft. The draft is all about messaging. It's messaging to the team that you have, whether it's we believe in what we have now or if we believe in the future. And it's really, you have to make really solid decisions.
Okay. So I just want to read I just want to read the comment, and you make great points. Like I said, you're probably going to be saying this for my Niners. Chris Del Greco, he said, Tampa showed what the team could do to help a great quarterback go out and kill it. Rodgers saw that, and again asked Green Bay to go all in, and they have it. Mind you, Chris is the Green Bay fan. Rodgers should have had some more Super Bowl wins, but the front office hasn't stepped up to the plate. And I think people, we were talking, and Rodgers is, he's probably a victim of his own success, because Green Bay is like, well, you've been doing it without these picks. You've been doing it without these players. So what's the problem? What is the problem?
But listen to this, though, Quet. And this is why I say this is a microcosm of where we've been. They did the same thing to Brett. They made the move to get Reggie White from the Eagles, right? Give Brett the defensive starter he needed. But if you look at what they did after that, they never added anybody else to what Brett had. So even after Brett won his Super Bowl, they didn't retool. They just said, hey, we'll just take the guys that we have. And even when, again, we lucked up with people like, Dorsey Levens, like Donald Driver, When we lucked up with people like that, they still didn't add any more after they got really good.
Yeah. That's definitely tough. Again, like you said, you can be a victim of your own success, and Green Bay shows that. If you're just tuning in, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, NFL Draft edition. I have it's three of us. Chris, he's making that bacon. Is me and the Rucker Report. He is on fire, being that he's a Green Bay Packers fan, and man, he is on fire. And we also will be having another Green Bay Packers join us soon. Ruck is going to have fun with this. I'm not going to tell him who the person is until they jump on. But here
I tell you this right now, son. If Randall Burns gets on this show, I'm done. Because we're not going to promote no black on black crime.
Over a white quarterback. I love it. Yes, you can. Listen, we can talk. We can agree to disagree on a lot of things. So there's nothing.
No, we can't. No, we can't.
I love it. Randall, I just sent you the link. Hopefully he can get on. Zach Wilson. Again, what will the Jets do? Now, with this second pick, do you think that the Jets are going to pick Zach Wilson? I mean, they've been very quiet, having a new head coach. Robert Saleh, who was our former defensive coordinator. Is you, Robert?
So here's the thing, right? The next
hold on, wait. Speaking of draft
in your pocket, I remember when you used to throw those things away.
Look at this. This is great. We got Randall.
Yo,
Green Bay Packers fan.
Listen,
I love it.
Yo, just because the only reason I'm not going to get off, right? Because I was watching Charlemagne and Dr. Van Zant, and you got to forgive black people for being the N-word sometimes. And I'm going to forgive Randall for being the N-word tonight.
Randall, listen.
Half an hour.
So we just got Randall. What's up? He's another, member of the show. Green Bay, we talked about it. You've been talking about Jordan Love.
The future.
It looks like he's going to get the spot, man. What do you make of all this Green Bay talk, man? What's going on, man?
It's over now. You can't fix this. You can't fix this. This might be uglier than the way Brett left. Because if everything that's coming out is true, and they didn't tell LaFleur, they just drafted Love on their own. You told Aaron you was going to trade him this offseason. And last night, I'm saying that Aaron thought, I'm going to be a 49er today. Goot got to go. Goot has to go, and you got to find a way to make it right with Aaron. Because now that this stuff comes out, everything looks different. LaFleur crying after the loss. That man didn't come here to coach Jordan Love or whoever they was going to draft. He came here to coach Aaron Rodgers. And you saw what that offense looked like in year 2. And you know what's wild? Do you remember when McVay first got hired and Shanahan got first hired, and everybody kept talking about the system? And these dudes thought they could just plug anybody in their system and it was going to work. And in year 2, you plugged an elite quarterback in this system, and it was like, oh, my God. And then what is McVay going to do? Go get me Matthew Stafford. Now Shanahan's like, I need an elite quarterback. Gutenhaus has to go if this is true. If it's not true, and I guess the Jordan Love era starts now, man, you can't fix this.
So just to let y'all know that the pick is in, as we all knew, the New York Jets select Zach Wilson, quarterback out of BYU. Now, speaking of can't fixing this with Green Bay, Ruck, I've been hearing your opinion about it, and I know you pissed. How do you feel, Randall? Like, are you like, is there some like, damn, like what's going on? Or are you like, okay, well, it's time to move on?
No, I'm not there at all. But what I will do is I will concede to Burns and his witchcraft that he pulled, on everybody. And listen, if they're gonna go out, if they're gonna do the stuff that they're doing, hey man, just have at it, have at it. But again, they put themselves in a bad situation because one of the big things that happens in the NFL, and I think that Burns may be able to agree with this, maybe not because it's Burns, is that when you do stuff like this, you set a precedent for people that you're trying to attract. If they're not going to pay Aaron Rodgers, why would they pay any other free agent? What do you think Devontae's thinking behind the scenes right now?
Extend my contract. Pay me more. Now I need more to stay.
I need more to stay. See.
Because I look at it like this, yo. The Colts moved on from Peyton Manning. Joe Montana was moved on. It happens. It happens. We all watched The Last Dance. The Bulls were trying to break up that team.
Wait. Now listen. What I'm not going to do is allow you to sit here and talk like you don't know football. The Colts moved on from Peyton Manning because physically he could not do it, and they were able to draft.
And then he threw 55 touchdowns the next year.
Yeah, but listen, when you're talking about a 50-50 when somebody has a possible career-ending neck injury. You're talking about San Fran. They move on from Joe Montana because they got Steve Young, right?
But they didn't have to.
They didn't have to, but it's a totally different situation than you're talking about Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. You're talking about not even because he's old. You're talking about the reigning MVP of the league. That's what they're moving on from. Not a health reason. The reigning MVP of the league, and he did it with nothing but a star wide receiver.
I don't think they wanted to move on from him this year. I think they all agreed Love needs another year or two. Yeah, I think he didn't want to sit there and be like, I'm just holding the spot for this kid. I think that's what it was, because in that position, he has no power. He has no leverage. It's like, hey, everybody's going to look around the room like, yo, you just here because this dude's not ready. Once he's ready, you gone. He don't want to be in that position. Look at that last year. Look at that 2008 summer with Brett. They told that man he had to come back and compete for his job. He wasn't going to do that.
Do you think that
I feel bad for him?
Compete? Yeah, I'm sure you do. You know, like I said, you guys are lifelong, Packers fans, but man, it is tough because it's not like Aaron Rodgers was some type of scrub. This guy was really good. He's the reigning MVP. And to move on from that for some people, that is a tough cookie. But for some people, like Burns is saying, it's like, listen, he doesn't want to come back, so why force him to come back?
Yeah. I always look at football like it's a business. Always look at it like it's a business.
Oh, yeah.
As much as I love these players, everybody got an expiration date, man. I think really watching that Last Dance cemented it for me too. Like, they did this to Michael Jordan. They was ready to break this thing up for him. That everybody could get it.
Right.
Anybody can get it.
Yo, that is a great point. That is a great point. Because you know why? Because players don't only win championships. The team in front office.
Organizations do. Yo, they had Patrick Ewing playing for the Magic at one point. Remember that?
Think about that. They had Scottie Pippen playing for
the Blazers.
But listen, here's the thing. Just like the analogy you made with the Bulls, everybody, even in the Last Dance, they had to concede to the point that they made that move too soon. Jerry Krause was like Marquette just said, was a victim of his own success, got greedy, and thought it was just him. The same thing is happening again in Green Bay.
Oh, I agree. And you said this. You always had a bad feeling about Goop. And now it looks like this dude wants to be able to say, hey, look what I did for the Green Bay Packers.
Right.
And it's like, yo, this organization is bigger than you, man. And I think it's going to be a rude awakening for him.
One of the things that we never talked about in the chat that I wanted to get your opinion on, right? What is your opinion on just this whole process in terms of the draft and free agency? What are teams looking to do or should be looking to do in this process?
Win. But one thing I've come to understand, not all of these football owners care about winning.
No, they don't. Because they win every day, every year when them $1 billion checks come in. You know, when you get the TV revenue deal and people going to watch football regardless of what. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. They ain't won a Super Bowl in how long? Okay, hold on, guy. 49 pick is in. This is going to make or break me.
It better not be Mac Jones.
Going to make or break me. Listen, it better not be. I'm taking the jersey off, Randall, and I'm done. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see who this is.
Please don't let it be Mac Jones.
Take the jersey off.
Why do they have this band here?
Yo, if they draft Mac Jones, we need a whole bunch of Big Josh sound effects and ad libs.
You need some Dr. Umar sound effects.
All right. That was that collect. They calling this late. People messing with me calling. Listen, these damn telemarketers, they are something else. Jeez.
I'm about to check Twitter to see if it already came through.
Nah, don't tell me, Randall. Listen, don't tell me.
Okay.
Don't tell me. Listen. Are we going to do the right thing?
Okay, Shanahan.
Okay. He said, I need that RG3 2.0.
Wow, look at Randall crying. Look, hey Randall, look at Sutton crying. He got that one.
Oh wait, nah. Listen, I didn't get the pick yet, so I'm a little delayed, which I am kind of happy.
We can still use some Dr. Umar sound effects.
Okay, let me see. I ain't gonna say nothing. Let's see.
Come on, man. You holding up the show.
Yeah. We told you who it was.
Yeah! Okay, yes. Oh, look at Black Jesus. Oh my God.
Is this after Kaepernick? Wait, hold up. Your guy can't. We gotta talk about him. Do you remember when he said Kaepernick doesn't fit what he wants to do on offense?
Listen. Listen, we're not talking about that.
No, because you got to, because he said that.
At that time, yes. At that time.
He said Cap don't fit with, and that's the perfect quarterback for his system.
Yes. Yeah, but you know what? Hey, listen. But it's over now. It's over now.
They better not let him win number 7.
Now, look, our first drafted black quarterback in the first round. You can't talk about my Niners now, Randall. No more talk about my Niners now.
Here's what you got to do. Y'all got to put Jimmy Garoppolo for the first 8 games. Let him take all the hits. And they said, all right, Trey, come on. You ready now.
Chris, I'm going to have to see Chris the link because Chris got to jump in. Yes. Oh, my gosh. Yes, I'm so happy that my Niners made the right thing. Yes.
Would you rather have given up that pick for Aaron Rodgers?
Yes, I would have. Because we have the team. Because Aaron Rodgers can help us win the Super Bowl now.
Because he can help us win the Super Bowl.
Yes. He can help us win the Super Bowl right now. Yes. See, I told Chris that my Niners wasn't that stupid. Okay. They just wanted everybody to go play and get things all crazy, but my Niners knew what they were doing. So
did you hear what Shanahan said the other day? Like, I don't even know if people are gonna be alive on Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, of course, he said, but you gotta say that though. Now,
that was a great pick.
Now for the Falcons, yes, this is who I wanted. I'm so happy. I am so excited that
they got to take Fields. You got to take Fields.
Yes.
Falcons take Mac Jones.
So hold on. So you don't think that the Falcons should go defense?
Nah.
Okay.
You got to take Fields.
You have to take Fields, and your plan B, if you're going to sit with Matt Ryan, is to take Jamar Chase.
Yes.
I'll probably go Pitts.
Okay. Okay.
You know what though? Julio's foot is bad every year. I think you're right.
I think you gotta take a chance, because the one thing that we can say, well, I don't know if you guys agree, but I know they won't go Smith here because they don't feel like he's big enough.
I agree. No, I agree completely.
Again, like I told everyone, picks 1 through 2 we already knew. But to see my 49ers get a mobile quarterback, yes. Randall,
Now, you know
I
what's
want you to
crazy?
call. What's up?
I can see Jones just sliding out of the first round.
He was
Listen,
already
the thing
sliding
is-
anyway.
The thing is, here it is though, right? At the end of the day, it really could be still productive for Matt Jones because even if he slides, there are other teams that are going to be picking early in the second round that he can still wind up being the starter for.
Here's my issue with Jones. You couldn't beat out Tua. You couldn't beat out Hurts.
Yeah.
You had these dudes super. You basically was throwing the 2 first-round picks, and you had first and second round picks as the O-line. You a system dude. You're Ken Dorsey. You're Matt Leinart.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Everything around you was perfect. I don't want that dude. I'm good. You Kirk Cousins.
Dang.
Everything has to be perfect for you to be successful.
I love Ken Dorsey, man. And you know I'm a Gator, but I love Ken Dorsey, man.
He was
I think that
all
he still
pros
had
and Hall of Famers. He had all pros, 3 all pros running backs,
But
2 Hall of Fame safeties.
But he still had the.
Kelly Winslow, Jeremy Shockey, Andre Johnson, Sonoris Moss. Come on, man.
Still though, man. He
And here's the crazy part. He only threw 2,200 yards the year they won a championship. You know them dudes are looking at him like, man, I'm going to get drafted in the 3rd round because of you.
Listen, but they had so much talent though. Again, you remember this when you, like you told Ruck, this is when you ran the ball 30 times a game.
You do got a point.
It wasn't a pass-heavy league. Even if you look at Matt Leinart was good because Matt Leinart made good decisions. He didn't make a lot of mistakes. But it was a run-heavy team. They had 2 running backs on any given time. So they didn't have to throw for 3,000, 4,000 yards.
And Dwayne Jarrett would have got drafted higher if it wasn't for Matt Leinart.
I mean, but again, it wasn't his fault though. You know who you need to blame? You need to blame Pete Carroll. That's who you need to blame.
You do have a point because Norm Chow wanted to throw that ball all over the place.
Yeah, because Norm Chow, if you know Norm Chow, you know he letting that thing go. But you know Pete Carroll at the end of the day, he was calling the shots. And again, that's what killed him against Texas. It's like, yo, what are you doing? Throw the ball, man.
Oh, Reggie Bush trying to be cute killed him against Texas. Let me throw the ball to Lendell White, wide open field.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So in the next couple picks, like, what do y'all see happening?
I see a lot of teams, filling their needs, but you have a lot of players that can really come in and really help. Like you talking about Pitts. You know, you still have Justin Fields. You know, you still have Deontay Smith. You still have Chase. You have some great offensive players that
you got that are Michael Parsons and Dylan Moses.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
right.
Pitts is now officially off the board. The Falcons take Pitts.
Wow.
Falcons take Pitts, which is crazy to me because now you have to. They have to make a move at quarterback.
You know what? I was watching something on Kellen Mond, and basically what they were saying was that Jimbo Fisher offense hold quarterbacks back, and that dude is easily a first-round pick if he played in a different system. The picks was low. He didn't have a lot of weapons to throw to a Texas A&M. You played in the SEC and put up decent numbers. That's not a bad pick if you grab him in the second round.
Well, one of the things with Mons that he did show is that, especially what they need with what they have in Atlanta, he has the arm strength.
Yeah.
So that for me, that's a safe pick. I mean, I honestly, and Quet's gonna love this. Even for Atlanta, if they want to continue to build, you're talking about a day 2, maybe take Trash.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm saying that is because he's familiar with Pitts, which is a great safety blanket. Anybody who wants a great tight end. They already have Austin Hooper. They got Ridley. They may still have Julio. They got Gabriel. They got a couple other things around that a game manager could help them.
So I'm gonna ask you this: with Aaron possibly leaving, would you want Trask?
Now we going back to the unforgiveness, right? You gonna make me talk to you like you DJ Envy?
I'm just saying. If
All
you're
right.
gonna suggest this man to his team, would you take him for us? Would you say, yeah, I want that man throwing to Devontae?
That's funny.
Listen,
That's a good
absolutely not. If I'm good, you know what? Tie your wagon to another quarterback and take mine.
You know who it's tied to? That man Love.
Yeah, it ain't no love here.
Come on, man. That's all. He's our guy now. You have no choice.
Yo, this is going to be a very interesting season. And before we continue, shout out to my boy Kyle Pitts, tight end, out of Florida. We ain't have a killer like at tight end in a long time out there, but shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to my boy Kyle Pitts, man. Gator Nation.
So where does Fields go now?
I see what you did there, but you just going to gloss over the fact that you said we ain't have a killer like that. You ain't right. Too soon.
What?
That's too soon.
I'm talking about on the field. I'm talking about on the field.
You acting like Donnell Rollins right now.
Where do y'all see Fields going now?
Who? New England. People had him going to New England.
I think that would be a good spot, man. Some of the shows and everybody I was talking this morning, and even as late as this afternoon, Bleacher Report had him dropping out of the top 10.
That could be ugly. That would be stupid.
Kyle Pitts in his Tuskegee Airman suit on.
HBCU, baby.
But man look like one of the Red Tails coming home from World War II.
Yo, because he about to go to war. He in Atlanta.
Remember what happened last time? Kellen Winslow said that.
Oh, that's another at tight end. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah. You see what Kellen Winslow ended up.
He went to war.
Nah, he get no shot on this show. Fuck Kellen Winslow.
That man needs help.
Yeah.
Hey, is that a gang handshake he just did?
I'm so behind. I gotta refresh my TV. You guys have that good cable.
Nah, I cut cable. I got YouTube TV.
Oh, you got YouTube TV?
Yeah,
I got something.
That cable prices got through the roof, man.
I got the Apollo Group TV. Ain't that right, bro?
Sure enough.
Dang, Matt Jones. Thank God they didn't do that. You know what? I can see the Panthers pulling the trigger.
Oh, Justin?
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah, him and Christian McCaffrey. Ooh.
What's that boy they got? DJ Moore is good.
Yeah.
They created a lot of space with the Bridgewater move.
Yeah.
I would tell you what,
wow.
If I'm the Lions, now, okay, so do you think Devontae goes to the Dolphins or to the Lions? I say get him on the Dolphins. He already played with Tua, but I'm just saying. People say no, Kadarius got receiver. Get him.
You can't have enough weapons. Me and Ruck could tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. Especially with injuries, And then not only that, but then you got my man over there. Why is he blanking me? Oh my gosh. What's my man name? The receiver that they picked up from the Vikings. Jesus, why am I flaking on his name?
Who, Miami?
I'm lying. I'm sorry. Nope, scratch that. I'm talking to a Bills fan. See, that's why I got it mixed up.
Oh, you talking about Diggs?
Yeah, Diggs. I'm sorry. I'm talking to a Bills fan. I'm acting her like, what should you guys get? But yeah, like you can never go wrong with too many, weapons. Why not?
You know what? What do the Bills need?
O-line, maybe? A little O-line help.
I honestly think the Bills needed Pitts. They needed a tight end.
Yeah. I can see that. I can't even think of their tight end off the top of my head.
Yeah, me either. I can't.
Oh man, fellas, it was nice chatting with you, but I got a screaming 5-month-old downstairs.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you for joining on. Thank you for joining
Thank
on.
you for having me on. I love this show. If you're listening, folks, please tune in today's show it's Sunday, right?
Yes, Sunday.
Tune in every
Very
Sunday. It's the most authentic sports talk you're gonna get. And I got to come back on with some UFC talk, man. I love listening to Chris talk to UFC talk.
Now, also plug your podcast and plug your podcast too.
Yo, you can find me on the Dope Show twice a week. We talk about superheroes and comic books. One episode is always called the Pull List. I talk about what I'm reading, or maybe like an arc from a series that's going on. So right now, what I'm suggesting everybody pick up is Nick Spencer's run where he starts writing Sam Wilson as Captain America back in 2014 and 2015. And then he goes up to Steve Rodgers coming back. And that whole arc is pretty much him holding up a mirror to America like, look, man, this is y'all, some of the bullshit y'all be doing. Because you see how people treat Sam. And from the show, I remember everybody talked about the scene when he had to go to the bank and he didn't get the loan. That scene was a spin-off, one of the first issue where Sam had to go back to his church and ask them to pass the collection plate around because he wasn't getting the same kind of money that Cap was getting from the government, and Tony Stark had to pretty much shoot him alone. So, yeah, man, if you liked The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, pick up Nick Spencer's run of Sam Wilson, Captain America. If you can get a Comixology account, it's $4.99 a month. The show is called The Dope Show. We just, talk about superheroes. We talk about blackness. We talk about people of color in in that space. How we, try to champion more diversity, more diverse writers, artists, actors, actresses within that realm. And I love it, man. That's my passion. Thank you for letting me plug that.
Yeah, come on. Listen, man, you are a fan. Please plug that. Also, I'm gonna talk with you off air, because Ruck, Chris, and I, we are in the Black Podcast Awards catalog. Yeah, so so I'm going to announce it. So basically, I'm going to post it, but they're also looking for other Black podcasts, and I'm going to definitely shoot them your information. So basically, it's called they started the Black Podcast. And it's the Black Podcast Awards, but that's what it's called now. So basically, just a collection of all Black podcasts, and it's a categories. Basically, it's a catalog and it's different Black podcasts, and we are in there. So I'm trying to get more of our people that I know too as well. So,
and I tell folks all the time, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you just always being there to talk to me, to give me advice. There were times I want to test out new software, and suddenly just be like, "All right, cool." So hop on his computer. I'll be troubleshooting stuff. Stuff wouldn't work. So I have all the patience of a saint, and I'm just like, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't you. So man, thank you so much. We always say we gotta give people their flowers while they're here. You are the podcast godfather.
Come on, man. Thank you. I am humble. I appreciate that, man. But like I said, people like you who listen and keep us going, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
It's funny. I look to see where the show is at now. I remember we be texting like, "Yo, how's the sound?" I'm like, "Well, just change this, change that." Now you got the green screen, studio set up.
Listen, it's definitely a blessing, man. It is definitely a blessing, man. But yeah, please come on UFC. I'm gonna let you and Chris do that, because we need that. We need that. I'm a little bit okay in it, but nah, he like that is y'all sport right there. That is y'all sport. So. Big up to you, man. To the family, tell everyone I say hello, and I will be seeing you again, Randall. Please don't be a stranger.
All right. Ruck, stop hating on love, man.
No love. You still my man, though. So I don't even hate on you like that.
I love all the fighting. Oh, yes, that was Randall Burns. He is in the building. Jamar Chase just got taken by the Cincinnati Bengals. That is a great pick. What do you feel about that pick, Ruck? I mean, also he playing with his boy.
Listen, that's what I was about to go to. Joey B clearly has the room in Cincinnati. That's
amazing. Again, if you saw what him and Burrow did, and again, coming from a Florida fan, like that's excellent, man. Like the way they put on a clinic for against every team. I mean, wow, amazing.
So now I think as we talk about weapons, I think this is the perfect chance for Miami to give Tua somebody he knows in Smith.
Mm.
And it'll be crazy. You talk about an ironic thing. Smith was on the Shannon Sharp podcast, and he said the number that he will choose is number 6. Now we're talking about the 6th pick in the draft, a quarterback that he's familiar with. Could be magic in the air again. Could be magic in the air again.
I didn't even get to ask you guys. And again, listen, first and foremost, Ruck, I just want to say it's a blessing that you're here, brother. I'm glad you're feeling well. I'm glad you're doing good.
Thank
man,
God.
you don't understand. It feels so weird without you being on air with us, man. So I like I said, I wanted to say that first and foremost. I also want to ask you, how do you feel about players going to the single digit? I love it. I love it, man.
I absolutely love it. I think it's a way for the NFL to kind of get new age, if you want to say, because I think it's something that players have wanted to do for a long time. I think it takes a little bit of the college game and brings that new swag to the league, and I think you're going to see a lot of great things, man. You see a lot of players that are going back to their college numbers, like Patrick Peterson is going to wear the number 7 this year in Minnesota. Devontae Smith wants to wear number 6. I mean, it's really going to be a good, refreshing change to the league. The only thing that I didn't like is that the league is making those players buy the remaining stock of their jersey in their own number.
Oh, wow. So what would that cost be?
So honestly, it really depends on the player. And then you know how the NFL is. Listen, we could get into guarantees and all that stuff, and you could get the vein in your neck like B. Marsh did. But some players will be able to afford it, and some won't. So we will see.
That is so interesting, like you said, because the NFL, boy, they will definitely make you pay like you weigh.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we need our money back. Like, listen, don't make those jerseys. Too late. Nope. If you want those jerseys, guess what? You got to pay for it. And I'm sure a lot of people don't mind. And again, just imagine Julio wearing number 9. You know what I mean? Like, just some of these guys going back to their college numbers. And I know Tom Brady crying, talking about safety. What are you talking about, Tom? What are you talking about?
Listen, Tom better stop. I tell you this too. Tom better be careful, because Tom been doing a lot of partying after the Super Bowl, man.
Listen,
Tom been a lot of places, and he been talking real greasy. It's Tampa Bay now.
Listen,
all right, Tom.
He earned that.
He did.
So it's like Tom Brady don't care. Tom Brady gets smacked and never play again. He's good. You know why? Because he got Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl. And Trent Dilfer is sitting back like, yeah. So yeah.
Yo, you know who I wonder? You know what I would love to see? I would love, and I know it'll never happen, but maybe it'll happen on one of these podcasts. But I would love, after the weekend, that some of these shows and so. Oh wow, Jalen Waddle. Hey, what is this?
Chilling, watching you. I gotta refresh mine because I'm far behind you.
I'm just trying to see what's going on. But so let's see. Yeah, I missed that. I missed that one. But I just really am interested in what were we talking about? Now you made me lose it.
I'm sorry. That's a good question. I don't know. You were going
Jalen Waddle. So Waddle goes before the Heisman Trophy winner, the AP Player of the Year.
Yeah, I don't understand how they.
And the ironic thing about that is he's actually smaller than Devontae Smith.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's interesting. So maybe Detroit. Maybe he ends up in Detroit, and I mean, the pick is in right now. We're waiting for it to come up, but now maybe all signs point there.
So you're telling me, right? Again, like how in the world, how is he before his team?
Because you know what it is, man, about the NFL. So the NFL has the same disease that every sports, league and organization has. They overhype upside, the term upside, right? And for whatever reason, the NFL seems to. The one thing that they haven't gone away from is what they call the physical attributes of the game and what they think makes sense. So, the NFL always puts a premium on height and on weight, 40 times and things like that. So I don't know, man, because again, when you look at some of these guys and the talent that they possess, some of this stuff should be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But again, this is the NFL. I mean, shout out to I Am Athlete and their podcast. Again, if you looked at, they had, Jarvis Landry and Stephon Diggs on this week, and you're talking about two guys that probably the elite class top 10 in receivers in the NFL right now, and were not first day selections.
But even in college, these guys was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Even again, being a Florida guy, we had to go against, these guys. So it's like, I'm like, how do you Landry to me was like a no-brainer. Him and Odell was like, but again, like you said, these analytics, how is this analytics helping these stink ass teams? Because it's still the same teams winning, and they got all these analytic people. Tell me how that's helping you. I'll wait. It's the same teams winning. But so many analytics, crazy, and like you said, Ruck, same things happen in basketball. You call me, you and Chris talk. You're like, yo, what was that? And what we said, I don't even know, fam. I don't even know. I'm
telling you, man, this is interesting. This is really interesting.
Very interesting. Now, I think that Detroit will snag Devontae Smith. I think so.
They should. And here's the thing. For all the people that are in Detroit, close to Detroit, that listen to the podcast, this might be the time that you start biting at Dan Campbell kneecaps if he don't make this right. If he don't get this right.
What was his speech? What was his?
Start biting at his kneecaps.
Dan Campbell, remember he had that speech?
Yeah, he was talking about biting people until they lose, until they win or something like that. I don't know, something crazy. Yo, so I wanted to save this till we was official on the air with everybody, right?
Sure.
But shout out to the OG Uncle Juan. So I ran into Uncle Juan over at Transformers, right? The illest shop in New Haven. Shout out to Transformers, Majesty, Ephraim, Angel.
Hold on. The old shop. If you go there, you got to get a motorcycle. I just want to say that. Everybody walking out with motorcycles.
That's it. But son, I was disappointed because Uncle Juan was in there talking about he repped the Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets.
I know.
We gonna have to talk to Uncle Juan this weekend when we get on, because I told him I give Madge all the heck for being a team jumper. I ain't gonna do it to Uncle Juan because I love him. Plus, he kind of holds our future in his hands.
Is Madge jumping to the Nets though?
Yeah, Madge.
Well, you know what? A lot of Brooklyn cats, because Brooklyn have a team, and a lot of them felt like the Knicks was a New York team, but it was more of Manhattan team. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm gonna call this is Marquette Sutton being PC because he know when his bread is buttered.
Listen. Should he jump ship? No, you should. No, you know what? Yes, you should. The Knicks stink. Okay, go wherever you need to go.
The Knicks don't stink right now. They in the playoffs.
Ruck. Playoffs? Playoffs? You talking about playoffs?
Right. Yo, they in the playoffs, Top.
You know what's gonna happen, man. You know what's gonna happen with the Knicks in the playoff, fam. You know, Julius Randle is going after this season. He about to get that bag. He done.
Real quick, shout out to one of our sponsors, Inspire, Rentals. When you need those porta potty needs as it gets nice out here, still want to be COVID protected. You know you're gonna have something at the crib, but don't have people come in your house. So call the good people at Inspire Rentals to make sure you get your porta potty needs met.
Yes, and you can call MJ at 475-221-1598. That's 475-221-1598. And also, while we are talking about sponsors, we also got to thank Uncle Juan when we talk about bread is butter. 94.3 WYBC. Ruck, you can say it since Chris not here.
The rhythm of the city.
Oh, speaking of not being here, he just jumped on. Yeah, the man of the hour. Yo, we just did the 94.3 WYBC sponsorship, and you jumped on.
The rhythm of the city. Now I don't got much time.
Yes.
I only got about 4 or 5 minutes. So I only got about 4 or 5 minutes. So
that's what we need.
Hit me.
What happened?
I said, so hit me. What y'all was talking about? What you want me to jump in on?
So basically, we have Ruck and Randall going at it, but they were able to, calm down and talk about what the situation was.
Yo, man, all shout outs to Randall, but as soon as Jordan Love is the quarterback, I'm gonna be Killmonger. This your king.
Wow. So you're not gonna like Green Bay anymore?
Say that again.
So you're not gonna like Green Bay? No.
Well, listen. I'm not necessarily a Green Bay fan now. Aaron Rodgers is my favorite player, just like Steph is my favorite player. So in that, I want them to succeed. So them succeeding makes their team succeed. So it's a slippery slope. Okay, it's a slippery slope. But thank God he ain't gonna wind up in San Francisco because that would have been very tricky for your boy. So listen, man. Discount Double Check is the man. I want him and his fiance to be happy wherever they at. Hopefully it's not.
Who is his fiance?
Shailene Woodley. The chick from she was in all the Divergent series. She was the cancer chick in that movie. She's a pretty famous white actress. I mean, that's all I can say. But you know how Aaron Rodgers do. He pulls them. You see what I'm saying?
Because I remember him with Danica Patrick. So
see, that was on the low end. We ain't gonna get into that. But he pulls them. You know what I mean? Ruck know what I'm talking about.
Listen. Wherever now, Chris. So Ruck asked me. He said, "Yo, would you guys have traded that third pick for Aaron Rodgers?" I said, "Yes, we would have. Yes, we would have. It's about winning now, man."
Yeah, it would have been the move.
Yeah.
It would have been the move. I mean, obviously, for all of that talk, that Green Bay management and upper brass, all that, Jordan Love is the future, all this bullshit. As soon as they had a real tangible deal on the table for Aaron Rodgers, well, I mean, no, we ain't ready to get rid of him yet.
Yeah.
They started stuttering. You know what I mean? So it just shows that the disrespect that the Green Bay front office gives Aaron Rodgers is all show. It's all show because they know what the real deal is. You know what I mean? They know who the real king of the quarterbacks is right now. And, they backtracked off that real quick.
Right. I just want to say that the Detroit Lions taking an offensive lineman, although I understand it, but okay. I know Carolina. If I'm Carolina, I'm taking Justin. And I'm not taking Mac. I'm taking Justin. What do you think, Chris?
Well, listen, let me tell you this right here. I don't know if they're going to take Justin. I don't know why they would since you got Sam Darnold. I'm assuming they think Sam Darnold is the answer.
I keep forgetting that they got Sam Darnold.
Right. So it would be shocking to me if they did.
Wait. Say his name one more time.
Darnell.
It would be shocking to me if they did take him, but no, Penei Sewell, I'm assuming that's who they took, right?
Yes, that's what they took.
Nah, they needed Penei Sewell. First of all, their line is already trash. At least when Matt Stafford was there, he could run around a little bit. Jared Goff can't run at all. You're going to need somebody to protect them. So, I mean, even if they went after an offensive weapon, it ain't going to make no difference if you can't, if your quarterback can't be upright. And we all know Jared Goff beat the best pocket in the world, some of his passes. So, and then, they already got a lot of turmoil down there in Detroit with that bite your kneecap off coach and, just losing Kenny Galladay and all that stuff.
That's what Ruck and I we were talking about. He was talking about the kneecap stuff.
Yeah, that need. So what I mean? Like you already got to deal with that. So I think it's never sexy, but it's never wrong to get a high offensive lineman in the draft. It ain't sexy, but what I mean? You do it for a couple years, and then you wind up with a line like Dallas had, or you wind up with a line like San Francisco had a few years back. You put the work in and get them, and you get the offense. There's always going to be some offensive standout stars that come in the draft. With the linemen, though, you want to build that up slowly and surely if you can.
True. So
Chris, and question for you guys, right?
Yeah.
So if we say that Carolina potentially goes with an offensive lineman here, does Denver add another Alabama wide receiver?
So what Alabama wide receiver didn't go yet? Devontae?
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know, man. Denver got some problems, and wide receiver ain't one of them necessarily. You know what I mean?
Right.
Denver has to worry about. They need a cornerback. They need another linebacker. They need an edge rusher. They need some of those things before they can even worry about offense. Now, they need a quarterback too. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater ain't going to be your long-term solution.
Right.
You know what I mean? They say they like Drew Lock, but you can't like him that much if you just traded for Teddy Bridgewater. So I don't know what Denver going to do. I know who they're not going to pick. I'm going to tell you this right now. I think Mac Jones is going to slide like a motherfucker. All them people that were saying that Mac Jones, could have went third and, how talented he was and, Christian getting up here blowing and sucking them off every chance he can get. We're going to see who really like Mac Jones.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
we're going to see who really like Mac Jones now. Because I know people want Trevor. I know people want Justin Fields. I know that.
Yeah, of course. Now, Chris, now, can you see my background?
Yeah, I can see it.
So I told you I talked to John Lynch and I had talked to Kyle Shanahan. Remember last week I told you, I said, yo.
My nigga.
What?
Let me tell you something. You can lie to the public. You ain't gonna lie to me, my nigga. You were sweating. Because you thought this was going to be the last day you was ever going to be a Niners fan. Nigga, you were sweating. Okay?
But look at
Don't call that with me. Hey, let me tell you something. God been coming through for you all week, and he came through again. Because if they would have said Mac Jones, boy, you would have been.
I would have been done.
You got lucky.
Horn, okay, from South Carolina, cornerback. Okay.
Oh, they took J.C. Horn.
Yeah, that's a great pick too. I mean,
who took him? Who took him?
The Panthers.
Panthers. Ooh, so Patrick Surtain is still out there, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, like you said, it's gonna be interesting, very interesting, because you still got some caliber dudes out there. Usually these dudes are more, but man,
I want to say something, man. We ain't talked to our brother. I know you've been talking to him for a minute, but we ain't talked to our brother Ruck in a minute. You know what I mean? I wanted to see how that throat was sounding. Pause. And I'm glad it sounded good. I'm glad my brother up here sounded professional, and I love it.
It's so funny. I was saying the same thing earlier, just before you got on. I said, Ruck, before we start, I just thank God that you are with us, man, and you had a lot going on. So I'm happy just to have you on, man. Happy to have you on, man. So
I appreciate you, man.
Now we appreciate
you already know.
We appreciate
that brother had me sweating at night.
Word. All of us.
I was just like, man, not him. I was like, yo, because you already concerned about the senior citizens. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You always already concerned about it, right?
damn. Rock, you hear this?
I'm just like, not Hampton class of 72. Come on.
Wow.
Should have never gave you niggas money. Oh my God. Yes, we want to thank our sponsor, 94.3 WYBC.
The rhythm of the city.
You saw what I did there? You saw what I did there? Man. Dang.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, I ain't talking to
Yeah.
neither one of y'all no more, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I miss this, man. I need this in my life, man. This makes me complete right here. You know what I'm saying?
Black
You
people
know what I'm saying?
ain't nothing.
Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been holding that one in the chamber for weeks. For
Yo,
weeks.
You been sitting on that one?
I've been sitting on that for weeks.
I know Ruck could just watch that movie them and say, okay, I see why they ain't want black people.
Mm-hmm.
I see why. I see why now. I see
Oh, man. But fellas, I'm gonna leave y'all with this because I gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm waiting to see whose franchise is going to change when they draft the real quarterback in this draft, and his name is Justin Fields. I'm out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Ain't been a good quarterback out of Ohio State since who? I don't even know. But that was Chris G on the check-in. He had some breaks. He had a 15-minute break, so he came on, showed us love. Appreciate you. So, Ruck, man, how you feeling, man? So far, I said I'm gonna do the whole first round. I'm gonna try, but I don't think I can make the whole first round. But how you feeling with the picks that have been called? Some names haven't been called. What's your whole take on this so far?
I think it's a typical NFL draft. Some people that we knew were locks, going in. And the crazy thing is, like 9 times out of 10, everybody gets the first 2 picks right.
Mm-hmm.
There have been some surprises in years past, like when Baker Mayfield took the number 1 spot. So it's always a toss-up. It really is who these GMs and head coaches believe have the best upside and believe have the ability to either help their team now or to head towards the future. So I think you see teams like Jacksonville, which is in a peculiar position because they're looking at now and the future with Trevor Lawrence. The Jets clearly want to move towards the future with Zach Wilson. Trey Lance is probably going to be the heir apparent to Jimmy G. Kyle Pitts for the Falcons is definitely something that's a win now. Jamar Chase for the Bengals is definitely something that adds another weapon to Joe Burrow because clearly the Bengals and their brass believe in him, and he's actually shown well. Jalen Waddle is something to be seen. We all know that Alabama does have a great wide receiver tree that comes out, but we'll see. Detroit getting an offensive lineman, you can't go wrong with an offensive tackle. 9 times out of 10, you will hit big there. So I'm going to ease up on Dan Campbell for right now. The surprise so far, I would have to say, is Carolina and Rule going defense first. And probably believing with some of the stuff that Sam Darnold can do that they can add offense later. So the draft is kind of working out to what it is. I think Chris brought up a good point. We talk about Denver looking at their ability to kind of add pieces in different places because clearly they're in a rebuild. I'm anxious to see how we round out the top 15 with Dallas, New York, and Philly, because you talk about the NFC East, you talk about their ineptitude to put together winning seasons, but still being a dogfight with losing records to win, their conference. So we'll see what they do. I mean, and again, do we have enough time to see another magic move by Bill Belichick? They're sitting at 15. There's a possibility that they can try to move up. Maybe that's what's taking Denver so long. Maybe they're working something out, but we'll see. But I think it's a good draft. And for people that are real NFL enthusiasts, they know that the real money is made on day 2 and day 3.
Mm.
So we'll see what teams do then, because this is what they call the fluff, the flash in the pan.
As you say that, I'm looking at the Dallas Cowboys and I'm like, I have a cornerback, I can take a wide receiver, I could take another quarterback if I need to. I think Dallas is in a really good spot right now. You know, when you're, like you said, talking about, you know, Dallas Cowboys trying to fight, you know, out of the NFC least, and it's how ironic that it's 1, 2, 3, and you know, coming up, and they both are in the NFC East. So, you know, I wonder is.
But I'm sorry, just to interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
Broncos pick is in, and they take Patrick Surtain the second.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it, because you know my TV is slow. Alabama. Okay. Now again, we were just talking about them, you know, needing a cornerback. Now look what they did. You know, how you like that, Rock?
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot because he's a solid corner. NFL bloodline. His dad was a really good corner in this league. It was a need, and it was probably the top need that they had, because if you remember when Denver was really last competing on levels in their conference, you know, they had 2 bookend corners. When you look at Chris Harris Jr. and you look at Aqib Talib.
Yeah.
So when you look at back when they were competing, it was defense. I think this was a smart move. You pick a corner to help out that back end, and then you're getting Von Miller back. So it's still a defensive driven decision. And
hold on, I know that name Patrick Surtain right there. Huh? Where Patrick Surtain Senior at?
Well, he used to play for the Minnesota Vikings.
I know what I'm saying, but I know that ain't him looking all old like that.
It might be.
Shit, he looks like he's stressing. All right, I'm gonna let this man walk. It's crazy to see this NFL. You know, like look at this. Devontae. Oh, who is Dallas? Now, do Dallas go after? You know, does Dallas go after Devontae? Or do they say, no, we good?
If they do, that is clear indication to Gallup, to Amari Cooper, to a lot of those guys outside of CD Lamb, that they are expendable. And that would be crazy. But Dallas has been, you know, prone to make moves like this, because if anything, the guy that they wanted is now off the board. This is where you see somebody's mettle. Is this going to be a Jerry Jones pick, or is this going to be a Mike McCarthy pick?
So if this is a Mike McCarthy pick, then who are they picking?
If this is a Mike McCarthy pick, then we're probably going to look at a defensive move. They're probably going to look at adding an edge rusher, maybe the kid from Michigan. You know, they're going to look at a rusher because, again, the Cowboys cut ties with Aldon Smith. You still got the DeMarcus Lawrence thing, which was kind of a down year for him. You got to revitalize that defense. I think they're solid at corner. They're solid at linebacker. I think edge rusher is what they look at now because Kyle Pitts is off the board.
It's going to be interesting. Wow. Wow. Defense, huh? Okay. I think defense is what they need. Yeah, I mean, but again, like you said, stranger things. I'm just happy to see Surtain Jr. off the board, you know, because I think that he is really going to be really, really good. Really good. But that older dude, it was his father. I was like, damn, Patrick Surtain. Like, I remember when he played for the Dolphins. And you know what? It don't seem like it was that long ago, but when you think about it, it was 20-some years ago. So, you know what I mean? Like, time has gone by. So, oh, Dallas is on the clock. Where did the Cowboys go? And Ruck, man, again, I just want to say thank you, man, for joining me. Like, after pick 15, I'm out of here. Where
Aaron Fleming when you need him?
I know. Where is he at? Where is you know what? Aaron Fleming's probably somewhere giving some bad juju. Oh man. So I'm hearing some of the Dallas fans say now watch they go O-line.
But the crazy thing is that wouldn't be a bad pick. You know, this is something they do have to retool. Wait, they selected. Let's see.
Oh.
Oh no, they traded.
Ooh.
Did they trade? The Cowboys traded out. They traded out of the first round? My goodness. What is going on here?
Oh shoot. Hold on.
What
Wait.
is
Why
going
am I so
on here?
far
Well, here's the thing. Does Philly now take Devontae Smith and add a wide receiver that Jalen Hurts can throw to?
Now, where you get your information from, Ruck? Because
I am on ESPN The Draft and NFL.com.
So my baby said what we got. We got ourselves a quarterback, Trey Lance. Remember when I told you that we wanted Trey Lance? We got him. So happy. Ooh, trade pick to the Eagles. Wow. No. Who did they trade their pick to? Who does Dallas trade their pick to?
They traded completely out of the first round. I can't even see it.
Oh, shoot. Let me see. Okay. Wow. Now, why do you think that they did that, Ruck? Please enlighten me.
Well, I think, again, so clearly what happened to me, and I'm just speculating, but clearly what happened is their guy was off the board in Pitts, right? There had to be discussion between McCarthy, Stephen Jones, and Jerry Jones about what they did next, and clearly they came to an impasse. But again, it's a deep enough draft that they can get stuff that they need later on. But I really want to see what the compensation was for that draft, because for them to give up the 10 and drop out of the first, they must be picking first or second. I mean, they must be picking very high in the second round.
But
Let's
damn,
see.
but you don't pick nobody? Now, Ruck, can you tell the people that don't understand, and because someone that's watching, they're like, why would you trade that? Why not just just pick a player? Why do most teams trade down?
So, I mean, the easiest answer for people to understand is that most teams trade down because in the NFL, even though star power is what brings fans to the games, what puts people in the seats, quantity is what can win you championships. So if you trade down, you probably have more opportunity to not only fill one position that you need, but to fill multiple positions. Because again, like we said, in the first round, it's all really the fluff, flash in the pan. And everything in day 2 and day 3 is really where you build a team at.
Okay. So you get more picks, you get more players, and make a team better again. And so now I want to let everyone know. I know a lot, people in here saying, well, it don't matter. It don't matter if you go first round, it don't matter. In terms of playing time and being a quality player, it doesn't matter. Like Ruck said, most players come late first and on anyway, because teams are looking to fill their needs of their schemes and system. Now, getting drafted does two things. One, it makes you feel good because now you got to be on TV, people know your name and all this hype around you. But also, it's a matter of millions. Being in the top 5 versus anything after that, it's millions of dollars that we're talking. But if you're talking about having a great career, that's when you're talking about, okay, well, that doesn't matter. Tim, what's going on? Dallas traded for a 3rd round pick. Wow. Yep. Yeah. Now the Eagles, because I know that you're sometimes Eagles fans due to your wife. Who did the Eagles get?
So I am going to shout out the Eagles for the Queen Terror Rucker. So I will say that again, the Eagles need to fill pieces on offense because if they're going to go with Jalen Hurts, they need to give him things that are going to help him progress in his second year as a quarterback.
And why not give him a wide receiver that he already played with?
I mean, listen, I would say you could go that way, or you could go Devontae.
Right, Devontae is who he played with.
So
yeah,
you know.
So did the pick come in yet? Because like I said, I'm way behind. So look at this.
Yes, Eagles. It is. The pick is in. The Philadelphia Eagles have selected Devontae Smith.
Yes,
the Heisman Trophy winner,
which they should have selected.
So the Alabama connection is going to be strong in Philly.
Oh yes. Again, and I'm a Florida guy, but I am rooting for Alabama this year. I don't know why, right? Why am I rooting for Alabama this year, man? Why am I rooting for Alabama this year? What is wrong with me?
To quote the immortal Rick James, cocaine is a heck of a drug, man.
Yo, that could be it, yo. Because I'm tripping, yo. I'll be over here rooting for Alabama, like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. NFL draft. Wow, this is going to be a very, very interesting season coming up here. ESPN, they're this Yahoo Sports.
So what are your hopes now with Trey Lance?
My hopes now with Trey Lance is that we can actually utilize our offense in the way it should be utilized, in the terms of a lot of misdirection, RPOs, some options. Now we actually spread the offense because now he is a threat, not only with his hand, well, with his arm, I should say, but also with his feet. That gives us a chance to get our speedy receivers open. And our offense should look like Kansas City offense, where you have a lot of misdirection, and then, you can get the receivers open. Now, once you start getting everyone deep, what we can do is, because we have a really good run game, now we can run. And that's what our offense should look like. We should be looking like a very potent offense in terms of having players that can get open and be very scary for defenses. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for.
So what's a realistic expectation of when he would play? Do you see him playing this season?
I see him playing this season. I see us making a move and, trading Jimmy G to get what we can get for him right now. I wouldn't listen. We might be able to get some second round picks for Jimmy G, because Jimmy G is not a first round, type of, player at this point, but I do see us, trading and, again, we might get some more pieces for Jimmy G, with other teams. He still have some value, but I see Trey Lance coming in and playing now. Like with our offense, I don't see him having any issues with our offense. Having veterans like Kittle, and just, again, being able to disguise a lot of it with our run game. So he starts week 1. That's what I think.
Wow, week 1?
Week 1. Because if we had a mobile quarterback like Jimmy G, then it's like, okay, well, let him sit. Like, kind of like you guys, when you talk to Aaron Rodgers, and you talk about Jordan Love. Jordan Love could learn under Aaron Rodgers because you know what? Aaron Rodgers, he's very mobile, so he can help you navigate you through that. Now, do I think Jimmy G can help him? Yes, I do. But with that being said, when do we get Jimmy G to even play? Because, again, I think mentally Jimmy G is not there. Jimmy G has not been mentally there for a while with us,
So So not to interrupt, but there's been another shakeup. So the Giants have traded back and put Chicago in their place, and Dallas has popped back into the number 12 spot with the trade through from San Fran, Miami, and Philly. So we got Chicago on the clock right now, Dallas at 12, and the LA Chargers at 13.
Okay, thanks. It's a lot of shakeups going on here. So we have the Chicago Bears. Wow. This is, man, Ruck, look at this, man. These teams are just popping in and out like, yo, what's going on?
Do the Chicago Bears take a Mac Jones flyer?
No, they take a Kyle Trask. That's who you take. You take a Kyle Trask and let Kyle Trask do his thing. You saw what Kyle Trask did with, before, people knew who Kyle Pitts was, but now you let Trask come to Chicago and help Chicago out. That's a quarterback who I know can play. He can ball. It's a beautiful thing. How you like the Devontae Smith and his barber relationship, man? It's pretty dope,
man. Tell me about it. I haven't seen it.
So basically, Devontae Smith barber been his barber since he was like 2 years old, and he comes and he's been supporting him ever since he was younger. He comes a few times Alabama to cut his hair just to spend time with him. So dope.
That's a good barber. He paid now.
Yeah, man. Haircut's gonna be like $100 a haircut. But if I was him, I wouldn't be charging him. I'll just still charge the same price. So
listen, man, either way, he gonna be taken care of, so he good.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was the point that I wanted to get to. I would really love a show like maybe Don't Shoot the Messenger that goes on after the weekend's draft, and we say, "Hey, Mel Kiper, come down because the congregation want to have a word with you real quick." And we go through what Mel said was going to happen.
Let's do it Saturday. Let's do it Saturday.
Todd.
Oh, man. Uh-oh. I think that the Chicago pick is in. The Chicago pick is in, Ruck. Who did Chicago pick? I don't know.
Oh, that's what I'm waiting on to pop up on my screen, too.
Let me see if I can try to. Ooh! Guess who Chicago picked? They actually went smart with this one, Ruck.
They took Trash?
No, they didn't. Even better. Justin Fields.
Wow.
I didn't see that coming, huh?
Ooh-wee. Wow. That's a great pick. That's a great pick. Because now you talk about Matt Nagy gets the chance to have somebody with the physical attributes that Patrick Mahomes had.
Mm-hmm.
And he had success with Mahomes as his quarterback coach in KC. Wow.
That's crazy.
Chicago. I really don't like that because my Packers are going to have to deal with him for the foreseeable future.
But you guys got yourself a mobile quarterback. Oh, we can have a little young man rumble.
Let's see. And man, that's a great pick from Chicago. So now, what do the Cowboys do?
Somebody said it'd be funny if Chicago drafted Mitch Trubisky 2.0. That's dead wrong.
It was dead wrong for that.
That's dead wrong, man. Of course, that was Henny Bub that said that. But again, if you just tuned in, this is Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, NFL Draft Edition. I said I was going to be up here until, for the whole first round. I lied. I'm only going to be able to pick 15, and I'm out. But if you're just tuning in, the Chicago Bears just took Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields. I think is a great pick. Wow, I was not thinking that they were going to be that smart. Wow, look at my boy. Oh man, he about to go be cold now. Well, he was in Ohio State, so
yeah,
he looked pissed. He looked pissed. Don't he look pissed?
That's where that chip come in. Now we're gonna see what type of dog he is.
Yep. Now, what you gonna do? Wow. I mean, it was either him or Trey Lance. I personally like Trey Lance better. That's just
why is that?
I think when you talk about a chip on your shoulder, Trey Lance was on no one's radar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I watch some of this, the decisions that Trey Lance makes, I don't know. I just think that he just fits our style because he was very mobile and he ran a lot, and and that offense was predicated on him, having some options. And not saying nothing wrong with Justin Fields. I would have took either or, but I don't know. I just felt like Trey Lance was just that guy for us. I just felt like he really, when you look at their offense and what they ran, it was almost an offshoot of what we run in our offense. But then again, if you look at Ohio State, Ryan Day, some of the offense that they ran similar to what we had. His more was so more, play action, So it was tough, but I am glad that he's off the board. I'm glad he's off the board. So wow, I remember when he was on that show. What's that? QB1 or something like that. And now to see him, wow.
So just going back for the people that are just tuning in, right? If you're a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, are you happy with Sunshine?
Yes, because it's a start. You always want to open up your offense. I mean, your new team with a new quarterback, and a young quarterback. Oh, my man Justin Fields got on a huge blow. That junk like 250 smackaroos plus. But yes, you definitely want to have a young quarterback with a coach that picked that quarterback, because that's when it's easier, right? Because we saw what happened with Washington, even with RG3 doing what he was doing, but he really wasn't Kyle Shanahan's guy. That offense's guy. And you saw what happened there. So being that Urban Meyer is coming in with the quarterback that he wants, fresh start, it's pretty good. What is your perception of it?
I think, if you're Jacksonville, if you're Urban Meyer, there wasn't any other way that you could go but him, because not only were you looking for the best talent at that pick, you're looking now for somebody to be the face of your franchise, because what they had built, and here's the crazy thing about Jacksonville. We're 2.5, close to 3 years removed from them being in a playoff game in Pittsburgh with Jalen Ramsey, with Leonard Fournette, with Blake Bortles as their quarterback. We're 2.5 years removed from, Saxonville, Duval County being on the map. So I think in terms of the rebranding and hopefully the rebuilding of that franchise, there was no other way that you could have went.
Yep.
But Trevor Lawrence. So, we're gonna see, because I mean the hope is in day 2 and day 3 that they're able to fill some of those other positions around him to kind of keep him protected, because the worst thing that you want to see from somebody like we don't know what Trevor Lawrence is. A lot of pundits have made, heads or tails about his it factor, the dog, because of some of the comments that he's made and stuff like that. We've seen the TED Talk where he was saying that he didn't, need football, things like that. Mm-hmm. You don't want that situation to turn into what happened to David Carr.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want it to turn into a Matt Leinart situation. You don't want it to turn into a Ryan Leaf situation. So Jacksonville, the proof is going to be in the pudding about what Urban Meyer can be as a pro head coach in day 2 and day 3.
Yep. And that is very key. Like, what does that look like as a pro coach? Yeah. So it's okay. Dallas is on the board. Dallas is up. Oh, they haven't picked yet. It looks like we might be right on time, Ruck, and not too far behind now.
Yeah, they take the young guy out of Penn State, the inside linebacker that again can be a heck of is projected to be a heck of an edge rusher. And again, you tap him with somebody like DeMarcus Lawrence.
Right.
That's something that Dallas sorely needs and is missing. So
how about the linebacker from Notre Dame?
I mean, the linebacker. So how I saw it is kind of how I think it could kind of shake out. I had the linebacker from Penn State. I had Parsons. Then I had the other young man from Michigan, and then the kid from Notre Dame. Those were like my top 3 linebackers. So,
Micah Parsons, the linebacker. Yeah.
So you get Parsons here. The Chargers could go linebacker, so we could see either one of those kids from Michigan or Notre Dame here, because remember the Chargers lose my man Melvin. What was his last name?
Ingram.
Melvin Ingram. So they lose Melvin Ingram on the right side, which leaves just both a free agent. I mean, he hasn't signed with anybody yet.
Oh, okay.
So interesting. Even though I think one of the things that I think that the Chargers need to address is I think they should really look at a running back. At some point, I think you have to give Justin Herbert, even though I think Austin Eckler is great, but I think a big-time running back is something that they sorely need. They haven't really had somebody to step in and kind of fill those shoes that LT left since then. So
true.
A running back could be great here for the Chargers. So here's the thing. Do we get the young boy from Alabama here who is, I believe, an LA native?
You talking about Najee?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You talk about a running back with good size, obviously a good pedigree, has the records that he had at Alabama. This is definitely a 2-back league, so it's not like you got to put the whole workload on him. Maybe this fits.
You got a great point. Ruck. This is why you the motherfucking doctor. This is why you motherfucking doctor. Again, thank you everybody that's been rocking with us, man. Appreciate you, man. Salute the podcast. We are rocking. If you don't know, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Now I see that you're rocking a Buffalo Bills hoodie. Let me know who your team should get if your team has not gone yet. This is going to be very interesting because guess what? It's been a shakeup moving. Dallas moved down and moved back up. they took Micah Parson, linebacker from Penn State. Great pick. Ruck called it. Listen, Ruck, you just need to be a GM, man. I'm gonna call Jerry for you. Well, I don't know because you might not want to play with your old coach, Mike McCarthy. But like you said, he was gonna pick defense. Remember you said?
Listen, Mike McCarthy. I ain't got no problems with Mike. I like Mike and Green.
It was your GM, right?
Yeah, my GM and the president of the team. Like,
yeah.
Listen. If there needed to be a coup anywhere, it needed to be a coup in Green Bay in that front office, man. We need to get up so I can get on that desk. You know what I'm saying? And just leave a note like my man did. Like we got to get in there, man.
Yeah,
got to shake it up.
Now, Mac Jones again. We know he's not going to the Rams. I mean, to the I said the Rams to the Chargers. So I mean, I got to change that. I said the Rams. We know he's not going there. Do you think he goes to New England?
I think it's a possibility. So I think it's a possibility, and I think for New England, it's a possibility that doesn't send too many shockwaves, right? It doesn't upset Cam too much, right?
Nope.
It may give them, what they want and what they want to potentially look for in the future. But I think it's a safe pick. But again, Bill has shown that he's throwing all caution to the wind this offseason. So I wouldn't expect him to be sitting at 15 and not make a splash pick. And I don't think Mac, and no disrespect to Mac Jones at all, but I don't think Mac Jones is a splash pick because you think he's such a high-level talent.
I think he's high-level talent, but, again, the people who say he is, but,
So I just think for 15, there are some people that probably are still left on the board that you want to at least take a look at.
Right. Two teams I want to ask you about. Well, actually three. I want to ask you about the Cardinals who picked up everybody. They turned into the damn Brooklyn Nets out here. Who do they get?
So I think the Cardinals. I think so. If I'm the Cardinals, honestly, and I think everything that you heard over the last couple of weeks about Caleb Farley and his ability to be a special corner, but then having the questions that they have, I think you pick him because of his skill set, because of his ability to cover, because you just lost Patrick Peterson, because you have two special edge rushers. That back end is something that you want to protect.
Okay.
So I say him.
Also, let me see here. If I'm the Jets, they have the 23rd pick. What do you do with that?
I say you go Mr. Tony. You gotta give Wilson some weapons, and it has to be more than Jamison Crowder. So you have to give him somebody to throw to, somebody that can be electric with the football. So I say you go Tony.
Okay. How about the Steelers? What do you say that the Steelers should do?
Because I'm such a big Mike Tomlin fan, and I know just that system, that culture that he's created, that he's created in Pittsburgh. I say I go Barmore. I go to DT from Alabama. Again, physical talent, physical skill set that can be unmatched, and people that got somewhat the attitude problem. I know Tomlin can fix that. Mm-hmm. So if I'm him, I go defense and I go defensive tackle.
Okay, and my last question, because these teams, I'll save the other ones for later. Green Bay, your team.
Green Bay.
Not now, no, Aaron Rodgers not being happy. Where does Green Bay go?
So my wish list was 1, 2, 3. It was Tony, which I'm hoping he still could be on the board. It was Bateman, the local kid out of Minnesota. I also like my last two people for us were Florida State guys. We got I keep slipping his name, but we had a 6'3" wide receiver that ran, I think it was a 4.45 or something like that in the 40. I like him, but then if we do go defense, I like Asante Samuel Jr. Give me a corner.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's still out there too. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a lot of great names that are still out here.
Right.
And again, like I said, like honestly, if I'm the Patriots, maybe I take this 15 on the offensive tackle. Maybe I take this on the offensive tackle, even though they have retooled spots in their line.
Mm-hmm.
It's the kid from Northwestern, or you take the guard from USC. Offensive linemen are really hard to come by, but they almost can't miss in some senses.
True.
So it's a safe thing. It's a safe pick, but Bill may very well go defense. He may add into that defense, which is returning a lot of key pieces. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But then here's the sleeper for me, right? And I think, and I don't know why, like even for the Chargers, we looked at that.
Oh, Chargers pick is in.
Pick is in. Let me see if they made it. Oh, Slater. They took the guard. They took the tackle, excuse me, from Northwestern. So here's another name that I think the Patriots could do, and I think people have forgot about him. That's a really splash player, Travis Etienne.
Oh, yes.
Now you talk about the Patriots are known for their running back by committee, but their ability to highlight their strengths. You're talking about a kid, you put the ball in his hands, could be going every time he touches. Him and Tony, and I think you'll agree with this. Him and Tony remind me of Percy Harvin in terms of their ability to impact the game.
Yep.
That is that special type talent.
Yeah, ATN is as well. Wow. Yeah. That's crazy,
Listen, man, I just want you to know that I do this. So
and
just in case you forgot, I do this.
And then even Sermon, what he did in the playoffs and for Ohio State, like he's not getting mentioned, but whoever gets him, I mean, definitely going to be getting, a good player. Dang, I said the dude won 3 games in 3 years at his high school. Wow, it's crazy. Hey, it ain't where you start; it's where you finish, man. Sean Slater.
But again, look at that. Look at the Slater pick, right? Look, hit size.
Yeah,
size. You can't teach that.
Protect your future. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And again, you're talking about a position that, listen, man, if you don't hit a home run and say you get an Orlando Pace or a Jonathan Ogden, if you get an Orlando Brown Jr., you're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you get a Ryan Sheriff, you're doing well. You know what I'm saying? So line is a can't miss thing. It's a really can't miss thing.
Man. That's, and then also, but what you're seeing is you are looking at a team who's saying, I want to protect our franchise.
Yep.
So we're going to get a piece to help protect him. And then later on in the rounds, we're going to get the running backs. We're going to get the other pieces that we need. But we need, like you said, we need these short shot players. And that starts on a line because, as you know, without that line, nothing's happening. So just for them to get that, it's just so dope. Now, Tony Kornheiser did he go to Northwestern?
I believe he did, yeah.
So he's over here going crazy. I mean, when's the last time we seen a first round draft pick for Northwestern? I mean,
now here's the other thing too. Do the Jets, as they traded up with Minnesota, do the Jets look to add somebody like Travis Etienne? Do they add somebody like a Najee Harris? Because again, a running game is a young quarterback's best friend.
But having your boy, man, do you need another running back?
Hey.
What do you think? I'm just saying. Alvin Cook, I mean.
No. This isn't Minnesota's pick. The Jets have traded with Minnesota. This is the Jets.
Oh, you
pick
asking about the Jets? Oh, yes. If I'm the Jets, yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, this is the Jets now. The Jets are making moves. Mr. Salah is on the phone, brother.
If not a running back, then I'm definitely going wide receiver.
Yeah.
Definitely going wide receiver. Definitely.
So then again, Mr. Tony should be the guy.
Oh man.
We find out Florida running things out here.
Yeah, like I said,
I just want somebody to jump up here and say free Kodak Black.
He free though. He good now.
Nah, man. Listen, or say shout out to Pooh Shiesty.
Again, if you're just tuning in, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, NFL Draft Edition. We are rocking to the 15 pick. We got one more pick and we are out of here. I was trying to thug it out until the last pick, but I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, but again, I just want to thank everybody who jumped in real quick, jumped out, left some likes. Everybody who's been rocking with us. We want to thank Randall for coming on. Thank him, of course. We appreciate you, brother. Also, we want to thank Chris, who was able to make a real quick, brief, preview on the show. Jump in real quick, even though he was
cheap.
He took a break, but just to hop on real quick. And we're just having fun, man. So I had always wanted to do this years ago, but because my internet at the time sucked, I had Frontier. I remember I started it and it just went haywire, but I'm so happy that I can actually do this for real. So, and then also doing it with my brother, man, because you could have been like, I got to go, but I'm much more confident having you on with me, and it just makes it that much better. So thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And the Jets pick is in, Ruck.
Okay. Let's see what we're working with.
Let me see.
More Jets. Jets.
Jets. We said at the same time. Is Jets a Jersey team?
So the crazy thing is the Jets and the Giants are actually both based in New Jersey. They both play in the Meadowlands, MetLife Stadium or whatever they want to call it now. It's Meadowlands to me. But most Jersey people, it's a split, man. It's a split, but I've seen more Jets fans in Jersey than anything.
Okay.
But it's a split, man. They consider both of them our teams. Let's see who pick, man. What's going on? Trying to see what's going on. Who we got?
Oh no, they over here stalling. The Jets are on the board again. They said, listen, we gotta win now. And see, but this is the aggression that I like. I like to see a young coach like Salah say, listen, we gotta win now. We gotta jump up there. We gotta jump up there. And again, a new coach, a young quarterback, that's how you want it to be.
Yeah.
That's how you want it to be, because Darnold, he probably was thinking, well, you got this new coach, what is this going to look like? Am I his guy? Probably not.
Yo, one of the other things, man, is shout out to my cousin Al Tariq Wright, the illest Eagles fan out there. We were talking about that today, man. And one of the things that happens is it's about messages that are sent. And I think Sam Darnold had a lot of mixed messages in New York. He had the messages early on that he was the savior, and then he had a lot of messages that said he was the GOAT, in a bad way. You know what I mean? So it's all about messenger, man. And the Jets clearly sent the message that he was expendable, even with a new head coach. So he moved on and got a new opportunity. And the thing is, I think he'll do well in Carolina. And I think the same thing happened in Philadelphia, too. I think Carson Wentz is going to have a resurgence in his career in Indianapolis. I think him, coupled with Frank Wright again, coupled with the talent that's in Indianapolis already, that's a lot, man. He got a lot of good things to play with out there, So we'll see.
So let's see what happens. The Jets are about to select Roger
Jets
Goodell.
have taken.
They do need a running back.
Nope. So the Jets have taken USC offensive guard Elijah Vera Tucker.
Okay. That's not a bad pick. If you have a young quarterback, you want to protect that quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
And listen, the Jets have done well with their offensive line picks. So it's not a bad selection. I know people in New York probably booing, but listen, man, it's not a bad pick, bro.
Well, I'm just glad that Elijah is about to make this money so he can get his family some better Wi-Fi, because that Wi-Fi is pretty shabby there. So
crazy. So they coupled a new guy, Elijah Vera Tucker, with last year's first round pick Marcus Becton, and then they add Wilson. So again, young offensive line, maybe a good offensive line. Face of the franchise is now your quarterback is Zach Wilson. It could be looking up in New York.
Yeah. And I think for Salah, this is how you want to start, because again, you can always get you a running back in the later rounds. I think now they have a third round pick now.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have a second.
They'll be fine.
But you're gonna find you a running back. But again, you want to secure. I think this is what you look at, right? You want to look at securing that protection for your quarterback. And I don't think Darnold had that. It wasn't until later, that Darnold got that. But I mean, I remember when the Jets. I remember when the Jets got DeBruckashaw Ferguson. Do you remember that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
should be a Hall of Famer soon.
So
should be a Hall of Famer soon.
He should. Where did he come out of? Virginia? I think he came out of Virginia. And I remember him when he was in college. I said, this kid's a brick wall. And the Jets took him. Great pick.
I see what you did there.
Oh, man. So the New England Patriots, I think that this is a pick that people are so curious to find out. Again, there is that Patriot way. Seeing Tom Brady, my godfather, the GOAT, win a Super Bowl with another team, something we had not seen in a long time. And now, what do they do here? Do they take a quarterback? Even telling Cam, hey, Cam, we trust you. You're fine. Or do they go, in the other direction? Do they go defense?
We'll see, man.
Yeah, Robert Kraft. Look at Robert Kraft. Looking like he just had
the Patriots have taken Mr. Mac Jones.
Oh,
woo!
Wow.
Okay, Bill. Okay. What is Josh McDaniels going to do with Mac Jones?
Oh, wow. Now I can see that he fits the Patriots. You know, like oh shoot, god dang it. He fits the Patriots system to me. Lord, I just deleted that. That was dumb.
So again, like I said, I think it was a good thing. It was a good pick. It isn't anything that upsets Cam. I think he still is one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love.
Right.
And I think the Patriots is still in a great position. And again, Robert and Bill clearly got on the same page this offseason and said, listen, we can't let this happen again. And I think the spending that they have done, the players that they're going to get back, is still going to put them in a great position. So they'll be fine.
Wow. Mac Jones is happy. I'm sure that he's relieved that he can get off the board. All the hype. So Ruck, do we end it here or do you want to go two more picks? What do you say, man? It's up to you.
I'm like an unpaid light bill. I'm out.
Me too, man. Me too. Well, listen, on that note, we want to thank everybody that was rocking with us, everybody that joined us and listening to us. Ruck gotta go. I gotta go. But I just want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. We're so humble. Also, my 49ers, thank you for taking Trey Lance and listening to me. Yes, I could sleep like a baby tonight. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Inspire Rental, 94.3 WYBC. You can catch them anytime on www.943wybc.com. And also our new sponsor, Positive Peace Company and Clothing. Check us out. With that being said, Ruck, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton. We don't have our on behalf of Chris G.
And it's your boy, The Ruck Report. Cheers.
Peace.
Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And it's your boy, The Ruck Report, a.k.a. Jerry.
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished.
This is Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.
X about me.
With Professional Sutton.
You already know.
Chris G.
My homie.
And the Rucker Report.
My family, what up?
They for real.
All straight with no chaser.
Let the games begin.
Let's go. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.